The Survivor Series pay-per-view came and went on Sunday night, with Raw celebrating their victories over SmackDown, which ultimately tallied up to a 4-3 victory for the Red Brand across the evening. Triple H played a huge role in the win, attacking his own teammate Kurt Angle to trick Shane McMahon into believing he could win, eventually pinning the SmackDown commissioner in a frankly bizarre end to the main event. Monday's episode of Raw covered all the fallout from Sunday's pay-per-view, and the likes of Roman Reigns, The Miz, Braun Strowman, Bayley, Finn Balor and Samoa Joe were all in action on. Here are 7 things you missed overnight from this week's edition of Raw. 1. Kurt Angle keeps his job, but Triple H is a wanted man. Stephanie McMahon unsurprisingly opened Raw by celebrating Sunday's Survivor Series victory, not only announcing that General Manager Kurt Angle had kept his job with the win, but then praising husband Triple H for being the man behind the win. Having been attacked by Triple H in a bizarre moment of friendly fire, Angle then warned the COO that if he tried anything like that again, then his days as GM would be over and he would simply fight Triple H, in a throwback to bygone era. Angle wasn't the only man gunning for Triple H though, as Jason Jordan, the man replaced by the Game on Raw's Survivor Series team, begging for a match against him, and Braun Strowman also setting his sights on the 14-time WWE champion after their altercation at the end of Survivor Series. So Stephanie pitted Jordan and Strowman against each other as Triple H retreated. 2. Samoa Joe defeats Finn Balor after Survivor Series tension. Angle and Triple H weren't the only men to struggle being on the same team as each other, as Finn Balor and Samoa Joe showed frustrations with each other, almost 2 weeks since their incredible brawl in Manchester. Having clashed at Survivor Series, the two men faced off on Monday night, with Samoa Joe claiming a win, as the referee was forced to stop the match after Balor had passed out to Joe's coquina clutch. But this feud may not be over just yet, such is the vitriol between the two men right now. 3. Dean Ambrose defeats Cesaro. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are still bidding to win back their Raw SmackDown Tag Team Championships, 2 weeks on from losing their titles to The Bar in Manchester, but Monday saw Ambrose go one-on-one with Cesaro. Unsurprisingly, Rollins and Sheamus got involved in the match, and Ambrose took advantage by hitting Cesaro with his Dirty Deeds finisher for the win, and that may just give him some confidence that he and Rollins can reclaim their titles, especially having teamed up with Roman Reigns to defeat the New Day at Survivor Series. 4. Paige returns, and she isn't alone. Alexa Bliss may have lost to SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte at Survivor Series, but she is certainly still the Raw Women's Champion, and whilst she snubbed Mickie James, Bayley, Sasha Banks and Alicia Fox's appeals for title opportunities, Kurt Angle put all 4 women in a number 1 contenders match for the Raw Women's Championship. Midway through the match, the WWE Universe were stunned as former Divas champion Paige made her long-awaited return in a stunning moment, before she revealed that she hadn't come to Raw alone, with NXT Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose storming the ring to attack the competitors and force a no contest. Paige introduced herself and her new recruits to Bliss shortly afterwards, but all 3 women launched a brutal attack on Bliss backstage, with Paige seemingly gunning for the Raw Women's Championship as soon as possible. 5. Asuka picks up another victory after impressive Survivor Series display. Whilst Paige's return, and the debuts of Deville and Rose, will dominate the headlines in the Raw Women's division, Asuka featured on Monday night, defeating Dana Brooke in convincing fashion to keep up her unbeaten run. Asuka was Raw's lone remaining survivor in their victory over SmackDown in the women's 5-on-5 elimination match, and whilst Paige appears to have her sights set on the Raw Women's Championship, Asuka, the new star of Raw, figures to be in the conversation. 2.6. Kane isn't finished with Braun Strowman yet. Despite attempting to claim that he was too injured to face Braun Strowman, Jason Jordan did take to the ring against the Man Mountain, even managing to, somehow, convince himself that he is the only man on Raw who can beat Strowman. Unsurprisingly, that didn't happen, as he was physically dominated by Strowman, but neither man claimed a win, as Kane stormed the ring to attack Nemesis Strowman, brutally attacking his throat to remind Strowman that he isn't finished with him yet after weeks of battles. 7. Roman Reigns wins the Intercontinental Championship. Kurt Angle handed Roman Reigns a shot at The Miz's Intercontinental Championship in Raw's main event, and after losing to SmackDown's United States champion Baron C.